Welcome once again to Octane Mobile Gaming. The new deck is out and it's a Beast Killer deck, and the skill on the cards are really interesting. I really like this ultimate form because it's a quite rounded ultimate form. So we're going to have a look at the battle skill, the passive, and we're going to see exactly what this ultimate form is capable of. So Vision of the Void is the ultimate form for this week, and it will create 4 Earth Power Gem 4s plus 1 additional Earth Power Gem for every 200 Beast Killer intensity. The intensity is a bit too high for my liking, but that's neither here nor there. It increases the damage done by Beast Killers by 2% per Earth Gem on the board. Now that is really, really good. You don't just rely on Power Gem to increase your damage output. Any Earth Gem will do. So a full board of Earth Gem will increase the damage output by 70%. 30 Earth Gem on the board times 2% gives you 70. The skill lasts for 1 turn, 9 gem charge rate, 3 turn cooldown. I think that's quite good. The passive, however, is my favorite. I love Gem Destroyers. And this is an absolute brilliant, a cracking Gem Destroyer. It will destroy all non-Earth Gems at the start of every turn. So every turn I'm getting a Gem Destroy. Brilliant. Love it. I'm loving it. It also gives you a heal 150% of the hero's recovery for every Gem Destroy. So it's a good healer as well. So it destroys Gem. It heals, it produces power gems, it can produce more power gems based on intensity. It's got a second passive as well. At the start of each turn, moderately increases the spawn rate of Earth Gems. This increases in power as Beast Killer intensity increase. So as your intensity increase, the number of gems increase. The number of gems produced increases. Quite rounded. It produces gems, it produces power gems. It's a gem rainer. A gem rainer is different from a gem spawner. A gem rainer is basically this card, the passive, which is called Unnerving Brilliance. That's a passive. That's gem raining. Gem spawning, however, or power gem spawning is what it does in the first half of the battle skill. It creates 4 power gems plus 1 additional power gems for every 200 Beast Killer intensity. That's gem spawning. Gem raining is the passive. It rains gems. So it rains gems, it spawns gems, it destroys gems, it heals. Absolutely brilliant. I love this ultimate form. I've just got the ultra rare, but that's quite good because I will have enough season coins tomorrow to actually craft the ultimate form, which I'm really loving this ultimate form. I'm just sorry I couldn't get a 6 pink star ultimate form, but this ultimate form, I'm really loving it. Really, really loving it. Is it brilliant from my perspective? It's really good. It's a quite rounded ultimate form. And because I haven't got a Earth Beast Killer deck, I've got Slayer Earth Beast Killer, but I haven't got a Commander Beast Killer deck. So this will fit right into my current collection. And I think it's an absolutely cracking utility card as well. So it's quite brilliant. Healer, Gem Rainer, Gem Spawner, Gem Destroyer. Let's see what it does. The only thing I think it's short of is Dispel. If it actually dispelled all debuff, it would have been absolutely brilliant. It dispels Gem Silence, which is good because Gem Silent can be really annoying at times. So that's the ultimate form. It's a really good ultimate form. I really like this ultimate form. Let's look at the Master Collection card. Hypnagogic Humanoid. And this one will create 4 Earth Power Gem 4s plus 1 additional for every 200 Beast Killer intensity. That's the first half of your ultimate form's battle skill. The passive will, at the start of each turn, destroy all non-Earth Gem and heal for 150% of hero recovery. This is a nice Master Collection card. Not as brilliant as the Ultimate Form, but the Ultimate Form is always going to be magnificent. But this Master Collection card I really like as well, because it actually gem destroy, and I love my gem destroys. However, I wouldn't say it's the MVP of the deck. The MVP, I would say, is putting the Ultimate Form aside, because the Ultimate Form is always going to be better than all the rest of the cards on the board. But taking it from the Master Collection card and the Ultra Rare perspective, the Ultra Rare for me is the MVP of the two. And the reason why I say the Ultra Rare is the MVP of the deck, because it will create 4 Earth Power Gem 4s. Then it will increase the damage done by Beast Killer by 2% per Earth Gem on the board for 1 turn. With 2 of these cards, you're going to increase your damage output far more. With 3, even more. So from a pay-to-play perspective, if you've got a 6 Pink Star Ultimate Form, you'll have more than enough Ultra Rare to put 3 Ultra Rare, 1 Master Collection card, 1 Ultimate Form on the board. And that would be really powerful as a standalone deck. But if you haven't got that, there's loads of cards you can throw in the mix that you can create a quite cracking deck. And the way all things are going now, you don't have to have this deck to do well in events, because you can mix and match. You can rely on other cards of different affinity, different types. In types, I mean Slayer or Commander, to actually do quite well. But we'll look at cards tomorrow. The passive at the start of each turn moderately increases the spawn rate of Earth Gems. This is increased with Beast Killer intensity. So this is your Gem Rainer, and this is your damage increase card. So this is a really good utility card as well. I've got a copy, which makes it quite good. I've got 32 season coins, so I just need 10 season coins. I'll get 8 from the collection tomorrow, and I can get at least 6 from the retro pack if I go up to tier 2, so I will be able to craft the Ultimate Form. I did get a copy of the main card. So I've actually got a copy of the main card. I've got a copy of the Ultra Rare. I've got a copy of 2 of the cards that's needed to craft the Shiny Master Collection card. However, this one I haven't got. Didn't get a copy when that deck came out, so probably won't be able to get the Shiny Master Collection card, but that's no biggie. We still have got a really good chance of creating a really good deck. This is the main card, or the event card. Droom Engine Enigma. And Droom Enigma will create 4 Earth Power Gem 1s, and it will destroy 8 non-Earth Gems and heal for 150% of E recovery per gem destroyed. So this is not a bad main card. I mean, it doesn't, the number of power gems doesn't increase as intensity increase. That would have been really, really good. It would have made this event card really brilliant, but nevertheless, it's a good event card. No passive on it. Passive would have been nice, but it's a good event card. The support card for this week, Elusive Alicia, will create 8 Earth Gems, and the passive at the start of each turn will moderately increase the spawn rate of Earth Gems. So the support card is actually usable as well, and it's Dispel Traitor, and I think probably it's the only card on deck that will Dispel Traitor. So definitely you're gonna have one of the bosses running Traitor. So at some point you will have to include the support card within the combination. So let's have a look at a few cards that we can actually throw in the mix. You've got cards that are gem destroyers. You've got cards that are rainers. So let's look at the cards that we've got for this week's deck. You've got the support card. So if, like me, you were fortunate to get 3 support cards, you could get a gem destroyer and stick a gem destroyer on board, and let's clear all of this. I'm looking for Jim Jambro, so let's go for Earth Generation 2, and let's look for, you could use this one, Sweet Steel Hansel, and Sweet Steel Hansel will start or increase an Earth Gem fall by 50 gems, causing the next 50 gems to drop to have a extremely high chance of being Earth Gems for 1 turn. So you could use that to get a bit more gems on the board, and you could use Sugar Snipe. No, I'm looking for this one, Gretel. So Gretel is a gem destroyer, and she will destroy all non-Earth gems and spawn 2 Earth Power Gem 4s plus 2 more per 100 corrupt intensity. So this card will give you power gems, and it is a gem destroyer. So you could put something like that on the board. You could swap this one if you've got Jim Jambro, which was the Master Collection card for that particular deck. And Jim Jambro will just give you a bit more gem on the board. It give you 60, while Hansel will give you. But you wouldn't really need Jim Jambro. Elusive Alicia would be much better than Jim Jambro, because Elusive Alicia will actually do far more damage because it's actually got Beast Killer. It's got the Beast Killer 2, which give you 400% increase, damage increase. So it would be far better to use it than use Jim Jambro. What I would do, I would swap this card and I would use 2 of that one. Have I got 2? I should have 2. No, I've only got 1. I've only got 1 copy of that ultra rare. But there are other cards that can do gem destroying as well. Let me see this one. Create 1 Earth Power Gem. No, that doesn't. But there's quite a few cards that does gem destroying. There is one particular warden that destroys all gems on the board. I haven't got that one, but when I go into my codex, it's actually there. So Sugar Sniper does destroy gems. It will apply Sweet Tooth to 1 corrupt era plus 1 additional corrupt era per 100 corrupt intensity. Rounded down, Sweet Tooth destroys 6 non-Earth gem and heal for 90% of recovery each time this era attacks. Lasts for 1 turn. It's got a 3 turn cooldown as well. Each time this era attacks, it destroys 6 non-Earth gems and heal for 90% of your recovery. So it heals and it destroys gem. However, it doesn't destroy as much gem. But if you've got 2 copies of Gretel sniping Falconer, that would work quite good. I would rather use it than use Sugared Sniper. I think it's a better gem destroyer. But there's quite a few gem destroyer that you could use. So I think it's better to just use so you could do something like this. So you could stick the main card and the event card in as well. This is the event card, and you would activate Gretel first, and your Elusive Alicia will increase the gem fall. If you've got a full board of gems, you can just activate your Droom Enigma and he will create your power gems. Then you can just activate your Elusive Alicia. But if you've got the full deck, I haven't got the full deck at the moment, I've just got the ultra rare. Activating sequence can be quite tricky, wherein most of the time we activate our support cards last to fill out the spaces that we can have a full board of gems and power gems. However, if you have a look at the ultra rare, the ultra rare actually increases your damage output based on the number of gems on the board. So you will need to fill the board as much as possible before activating this card. If you activate your Master Collection card, depending on how much Master Collection card you have, your Ultimate Form and your Ultra Rare will actually cause quite a few number of gems to actually fall to the board. If you've got a copy of a support card, you can fill the space out, then activate your Ultimate Form, then your Ultra Rare, or Ultra Rare, then Ultimate Form. And that will give you your maximum amount of damage depending on how much gems and power gems you've got on the board. So you don't need to activate this card before your support card, because you need as much gems and power gems on the board as possible to increase the amount of damage that this card actually does. This card actually increase your damage output by, if you see what I'm saying. So first, when you do your gem destroying, which is done by a Master Collection card, make sure that you've got quite a number of gems and power gems on the board, because your Master Collection card is going to create power gems. These one are going to rain gems. Activate your support card, fill up your board as much as possible if it's not totally filled. Then activate Ultra Ultimate Form or Ultimate Form Ultra Rare, doesn't really matter. Both of them increase your damage output based on the number of gems on the board. So that would be my idea of using this card. However, if you haven't got the deck, it's quite fine, because there is quite a number of ways that you can actually play the event. You can use different decks. We had a deck a few events, I think it was the last Earth event, which was a Slay event, where we used Defiant Duet in combination with the Jailers and Hard-Worn Gorillas. Now that could be something that you could use for the guild bosses in combination with a Ultimate Form. If you've got the past Ultimate Form that's got the killer skill on it, you can use that one to give it a bit more boost. You can also, if you've got the Ultimate Form for this event, you could think about combining it with those cards to actually do quite a bit of damage to the guild boss, because the guild boss, you're not looking for overkill, you're just looking to take out the guild boss as quick as possible. So those are some of the ideas that I've got. However, when the event starts, I'll play around with a few combinations, see what works, see what doesn't work, and if I find something or I hear about something that actually works really well, then I'll showcase it in my possible deck combination. Tomorrow I'll put the link in the description, and you can actually send me a copy of a deck that you're using. You can send me, you can put videos on my Facebook or my Insta showcasing your deck in action. Then I'll make a video and showcase all those pictures and videos. Just remember to leave your name on your video or your name on your picture, so I can actually let the subscribers know whose deck it is, whose video it is, and who's actually playing that particular combo. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up for today. Tomorrow we'll look a bit more in the deck, because I can't showcase the deck today, I haven't got the full deck, but I'll showcase the deck tomorrow along with a few more combinations. Hopefully we can find a really good combo that will actually work really well, that can propel us to the top of the solo leaderboard. So that's it for today. So as usual, stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy your rest of your day, and peace.